Hello, good morning everyone. Once again, this is our online acrylic painting session on Facebook, and of course this is already our session 18. So we would like to welcome you once again to our 18th edition of our free painting workshop, Paint with Me or Paint with George and Ray. So before anything else, I'd like to greet everyone a blessed Sunday to all our friends there in the Philippines and our friends in Asia, Southeast Asia. And of course, it's a Saturday evening here in North America. And again, we'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining us in today's 18th session of our workshop. Okay, so with that, we're just going to check our audio if it's okay, and if I don't have that corona again, para tayong may coronavirus last time. So hopefully wala tayong corona ngayon, either the coronavirus or the corona online. Okay, so I'll be back. I'm just going to check our monitor. Okay, so I think we're good. I don't have any notification having hard time with their audio. So we're good to go for our 18th session. So for today, September, what's the day? 13? Okay, and our art reference for today is, because we're approaching autumn already, we're approaching the fall. Okay, this is the season before the winter, and it's getting cold. Kaya ako naka-jacket ngayon. Okay, so we're having +4, +6 already, and that's already very cold for us. Okay, so with that, this is our art reference for today. It's called the autumn or fall. Okay, others call it the fall because, well, the leaves are falling. Kala nyo kailan nagfo-fall, ano? Pero leaves munang nagfo-fall. Okay, so the leaves fall before the winter, and it is the most colorful season of the year because we see a lot of colored leaves. Okay, and it's very nice to paint this one, and I'm sure you're going to love this workshop of ours for today. Okay, so yan po yung ating art reference, the fall. Okay, so let's all fall in love for today's 18th session of our Paint with George and Ray. And of course, don't forget to subscribe with our YouTube channel, Paint with George and Ray. If you miss our class today, you can always go back to our video on YouTube. Okay? So dali, may notification. Check ko lang ano nangyari. Okay. Pumihirit lang pala ng fall. Okay, so this is our art reference. Okay? Ayan, lagay natin dyan. Okay? So, our colors for today, of course, aside from your canvas, for our first-timer guests or artists, okay, we are using acrylic paints as medium, and our technique here is just to go with me. Okay, I paint first and then you paint, I paint again and then you paint. I paint the sky and you just paint the sky. That's easy. That's how easy it is. And after this, after 1 hour, okay, at least in 1 hour you're going to have your own autumn painting. Guaranteed. Kundi balik ko pera ninyo. Wala pala kayong bayad. This is free. Okay, so I hope everybody's holding up during the COVID season, COVID season tuloy. COVID-19 pandemic, and I hope this will also help you to develop some skill while being on quarantine protocol. Okay, so good morning once again. Our colors for today, of course, is the colorful orange, yellow, and of course we have some red. Yan, laki. Red. Okay, hindi ko ketchup yan. Hindi rin lotion. This is color red. Okay, and some blue. Blue. And white. And green. And of course brown and black for our trees. Okay, so please just watch me do it first, and then I'll give you some time to do your own painting. Okay, so it's very easy. Okay, I'll tell you how to stroke your brush, how to sway it. Okay, and then just follow my colors and you'll be fine. Okay, so good luck everyone. Session 80. Ayan. Okay, so before we start, we are going to make our sketches. We don't usually use pencils here. We just use our brush. Yeah. Okay, any brush. Okay. So this is our half. Okay, half of the canvas. So at least we're going a little bit lower or higher. Okay, so maybe we should start a little above the middle. Okay, so this part here. Okay, so as our outline, okay, just the same way as you use your pencil. Okay, we use our colors, but just the little lighter colors. Okay, so that's our horizon there. Okay, the line. I hope you could see the other picture there. And you have to sketch your pathway. Okay, so it's like a letter S. Okay, take note that this part here is smaller, and then as you go down, it gets wider. Okay, so this is wider, and that is smaller. Okay, the same way as you see the railroad tracks. When you stand in the middle of the railroad tracks, the vanishing point, okay, is very small from this part here, and then as it goes near you, it goes wider. So that's what we call perspective. Okay, so it doesn't have to be the same. Okay, and this is your pathway. Okay, so actually you can cover it with blue just to make sure that you won't be putting some other things here. Okay, this is just our sketch. Okay, and then our tree. Okay, this is our tree. Just one part there. Okay, take note, this is only our sketch. Okay, this is not yet final, and you can still make some revisions or corrections later on. Okay, and then of course we have another tree here. Okay, so you'll notice I paint freely with my brush, because that is the same way you should be doing with your brush. Paint freely, have fun with your brush. Okay, do not measure, do not use ruler. Okay, just play with it. Okay, there's another tree there. Okay, again, those are just sketches. Make a thin one and make a large tree. Okay, so there's varying sizes of your trees there. Okay, so now you know now your location of your trees. Okay, so what's nice about our acrylic is that you're able to paint over it. If you don't feel the colors there, if you don't like the colors, you can just cover it with another color. Okay, just make sure that it's very dry. All right. Okay, so first, okay, we always start with the background. When we say the background, okay, we have the sky, okay, at the back, so we have to color it with blue. Okay, so all you have to do, okay, so it's easier for you to cover. If you have a bigger canvas just like mine, you have to use a bigger brush. Okay, so for reasons, you cannot choose a small one because it's very hard to cover your canvas with a very small one. So at least you should have your bigger brush here. Okay, so this side is blue. Okay, this side is blue. Okay, all right, and then in the middle, just put your white. Okay, just spread it there. Okay, you can also try to put a darker blue if you like. Okay, now once you have put your colors there, okay, dry up your brush. Okay, actually you just use water for acrylic. Okay, and you should have at least your towel paper or paper towel to dry your brush very well. Okay, especially when you're changing colors, you have to dry them very well. Okay, so now you have your white, your blue, and your dark blue, and you just have to blend them all together, okay, before they dry up. Okay, just blend them together until all the white ones are covered. Okay, so I'm going back now to the middle. It has to be dried again. Okay, you can also go back and add more white. Okay, especially in our country, the Philippines is a tropical country and the paints easily dry up there. Okay, so and blend them together. So check ako, baka may corona na naman ako. Okay, wala. Okay, so you'll notice the middle one is very light. As it goes to the sides, it gets darker. Okay, so that is the design or the theme of our forest here. Okay, so the middle one is a little bit lighter than the rest. Okay. Okay, so our technique in acrylic is that we work on the upper part, and then as we let it dry, we can work on the lower part. Okay, while waiting for this one to dry up, we can work on this one. Okay, so what we can do is to make a what we call underpainting. Meaning underpainting, it's not very detailed, it's just a smudging of lots of colors. Okay, so when you do a underpaint, okay, you can actually use a bigger brush if you like, because it's just dabbing. Okay, so dabbing is what we call doing it like this. Okay, there, you can even do it with your eyes closed. Yeah. Okay, So yellow, and then try to mix some orange here. Try to mix some orange there. Okay, never mind the sketches there of the tree, because later on you're just going to cover it anyway with the details of the tree. Okay, so you have, actually this is what we call the underpainting of leaves. Okay, leaves of red, orange, yellow, like brown, gold. Okay, and to make it to avoid having detailed leaves at once, you just have to make those underpainting. We call it underpainting. Okay, just the colors there. Okay, so aside from that, maybe we could try to put some red. Okay, just try to smudge some red there. Okay, let it stay there. Okay, let it stay there. Okay, and then, okay, so aside from the yellow, red, orange there, you can now start putting some green. Okay, so let's try to put it at the upper part. Okay, just spread some green there. Okay, some green. Okay, take note, I am not doing any details yet. Just match your colors there. Okay, spread them around. Try to put some green here as well. Okay, so when you have those smudges of different colors, of bright colors, of yellow, orange, red, yellow, green, and green, okay, now you're ready to blend those colors. Okay, so with your dry brush, okay, I'm using another type of brush, a dry one. Okay, just try to blend them all together. Okay, so it's like just rubbing them all together. Okay, so the stroke is just, I don't know, not everyone are ladies out there, but it's the same way as you do your blush on. Okay, parang nagba-blush on naman daw ako, pero just do it so carefully and try to blend those colors. Okay, try to fill up those white colors, white spaces there with all the smudges that you have on your canvas. Okay, and if you think it's already dry, okay, just go back to your colors and go over it again. Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to blend all those colors. Okay, making sure that there are no white spaces there. Yeah. Okay, I'll try to add more green here just to make them blend very well with the other colors. Okay, there you go. Now you have your underpainting of this part here. Okay. Okay, so there are shades of red, orange, yellow, white, and green. Okay, those are just shades. They are not details of the leaves there. Okay. Okay. Now, while this is getting dry again, okay, we can go back to the pathway here, okay, and I'd like you to use your blue with a little black, okay. Okay, with your blue, you just have to add a little uh, bit of black with your blue, okay, just to make them darker, okay. Okay, you only have to cover it with shades of blue, light blue, okay, and then we shall go with the details later on. Okay, so that's another underpainting. Okay, this time the underpaint of the pathway. It's not only a pathway, but it's actually made of stairs. Okay, so I'll teach you how to make them, or uh, try to paint them and look like stairs in the middle of the forest. Okay, not just the pathway, not just the ordinary pathway. Okay, let's just make it a little bit wider on this part. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, it's okay if there are uneven colors there, because that will be your texture. Okay, it shows some texture, or how the stairs would look like. They're not made of concrete or cement. Okay, that's why it should look very, very rough. Okay, so let it be just like that. Okay. Okay, make it rough. Okay, so there's your pathway. Okay. Now next, okay, like I said, this is getting dried, and we can now start in this part, okay, because this one is very dry. If you could not wait, you always have your blower ready, or your hair dryer ready, for you to be able to continue painting with the rest, okay. But this one is already dry. We can now start working on this part here. Okay, so what you would need actually is a little bit of brown, okay, and a combination of black. Okay, so it's dark brown, okay, and black. Okay, so those colors there, you can now start to cover it. Okay, just halfway there. Okay, some side you put some white, or rather brown. Okay, and also this part. Okay, remember when you did your sketches, at least you should know where your trees are. Okay, so you can now just cover some of the underpaints there, and try to not leave any white space there. Okay, so goes there. Actually, the original painting is made with a palette knife. Okay, so there are solid colors being used, but for us, we are going to use this brush. Okay, especially for the beginners. Okay, so we add another 3. Okay, don't be conscious of the way your tree should look like. I do not know why a lot of you are hard up with a tree, okay? Because all you usually see are poste ng Meralco or poste ng Beneco, which are straight. Okay, but these are trees. It has to be crooked or not straight at all. Okay. And let's add another one. Okay. Okay, let's try to put another one here. A thinner one, a thinner tree. Okay, so you don't get hard up. You could actually use another brush. Okay, usually I'm so lazy that I usually don't change my brush. Okay, so let's make another smaller tree here. Okay, just remember when you do your tree, the trunk, okay, or the center of the tree is larger than the branches. Okay, so the branches should go like this. Yeah, okay. I'll go later. Yeah. Okay, so from here, let's make another tree here. And a thinner here, thinner one, and a bigger tree here. Okay, so take note of the sizes of the tree here. Okay, make them different, big, okay, medium, or a thinner tree. Okay, to make it having more variations or a lot of sizes of trees. Okay. Okay, spread out some branches. Okay, let's try to add another tree here. Okay. Now take note that I don't put the trees halfway there because that's where we're going to add the leaves. Okay, the colorful foliage of the forest. Okay. Okay. So again, we're having to wait for this part to dry up, and then we could start working on this part here. Okay. So with your medium brush, okay, with your medium brush, let's try to make some treatment of the stairs. Okay, the stairs, so that it would look like some stairs in the forest. Okay, so all you have to do, okay, is to make some thick lines. Yeah. Okay, so just by making some thick lines there, they look like the lower part of the the stairs. Okay. Okay, try to make some different shades of brown and black so they don't look like concrete, okay, or evenly spaced stairs. Okay, remember that we are in the middle of the forest and they should look like rough stairway made from, usually here in Canada, okay, our pathway, they're usually supported by logs, okay, so that there would be no soil erosion. Okay, mostly they are trunks or logs that support the ground. Okay, so from there, from your um, from your view there, okay, they would look like stairs already. Okay, so to add more texture on your, when we say texture, okay, it is how the surface of the tree, okay, of the rock or the stairs would look like. Okay, so if it's made of bark, it should look like bark, okay, tree of the bark, bark of the tree. Okay, okay, that's what you call texture. When you look at it, okay, they would now look like the bark of the tree. Okay, that's what we call texture. Okay, so the same way that we do this, okay, let's try to put some shades there so that the stairs would not look so plain and flat. Okay, spread some colors there. Okay, so ignore this part, okay, the sides, because that's going to be covered with leaves anyway. Okay, so this is just the pathway, and after that you're going to put some leaves on the side of the stairs. Okay, so this is still getting dried up. Okay, and now, as we mentioned a while ago, you can also start making texture for your tree. Okay, so if this is your color brown, all you have to do is make a shade of another shade of brown which is lighter, and just put it on the side and dab them. Okay, dab is, okay, making dot your brush on the trunk. Okay, so it would look like rough, it would look like very rough barks of the tree. Okay, all you have to do is just dab on it. Okay, so now they would look like your real bark of the tree there. Okay, okay, so you can also do the rest here. So because the source of light is coming from the middle, so this side of the tree should be the one with the lighter part. Okay, so just tap your brush and you have your texture of your tree there. Okay, so this side too. Okay, so now you are now ready with your leaves on this part. Okay, but this is still wet, so let's go back to this one. Okay, so since you have your underpaint, okay, you are now ready to put some smudges. Okay, you're going to use your a bigger brush. Okay, just between the middle. Okay, between the small and the large. Okay, so first is to smudge a lot of yellow. Okay, why yellow? Because you always start with the lighter colors. Okay, so all you have to do is just smudge, just like they were leaves. Okay, just like they were leaves on the ground. Okay, just smudge them. Okay, now you try to put some on the stairs as well. Okay, you assume that some leaves have fallen on that part. Okay, some of you might come to the point of making leaves, okay, especially maple leaf. Okay, you could go into detail and really use some small brush, okay, just to make those maple leaf. Okay, so some of you might make them as leaves there. Okay, you can do that. Okay, so maybe after this, when you finish this painting, you could go back to your painting and do some details yourself. Okay, so I would go back here too. Okay, try to spread more colors as if they were leaves on the ground. Okay, let's use a flat brush. Okay, and then try to put some leaves also on the stairs. Okay, okay, so there are leaves also falling on our stairs there. Okay, so do not be afraid to overlap on your stairs there. That's the reason why we had that space there, because you have to put some leaves over it also. Okay, so assume, okay, there are some leaves on the stairs too. Okay, it's impossible not to have some leaves also on the stairs. Okay, so aside from yellow, try to use also some orange. Okay, on the stairs. Not so much. Okay, just a few leaves on the stairs, just to make it interesting also. Okay, so it's already looking like some leaves over there. Okay, and also you can also add some more red. Okay, same way that you use with your yellow. Okay, try to spread them on the ground too. Okay, so put also some red leaves. Also, let's try to put some red here on this part. Yeah. Okay. So from afar, they already look like leaves. Okay. Okay. So we're now ready to go to this part, but before anything else, we'd like to add another rock. Okay. Let's put a rock. Okay. So I'll teach you how to do those rocks. Okay. All you have to do is paint it with black first. Okay. Paint it with black. Okay. It's like a big boulder showing up from the ground. Okay. So just make your big rock there. Okay, just color it black. Okay, no shades, no shadows, just color it black, just like that. Okay, some of you have finished their waterfalls and mountains. Okay, this is how we do our rocks. Okay, let's do another rock here. Okay, and then later on I'll teach you how to make some highlights, or just to remind you how to do those highlights again. Okay, so those are our rocks. Okay, we'll go back to that later on. Okay, alright, so now we are going to go back to our forest. Okay, now this time we are going to do the leaves of the trees. Okay, these are the leaves on the floor, the leaves that came from those trees, and most usually there's still a lot of trees that are left in the branches of the trees. Okay, so we're going to have some yellow first. Okay, all you have to do is try to cover them. Okay, so you're smudging it on top of the trees there. Okay, if possible, try to use solid colors, meaning at least they don't have water in it or mixed with color. Okay, so they should be solid. Okay, and just to put some okay, try to smudge some colors there. Get fresh paint. Okay, load up a lot of yellow, and if they start to fade again, get another load of colors and go back. Okay, never mind if it goes to your trees there, we can always go back and cover it once again. Okay, so it's all yellow first. Okay, scatter all your yellow there. Okay, when they use the palette knife, usually they get the paint and then they just wipe the knife over there and get another load of colors. Okay, but we're using some brush, so it's basically the same principle as that of the palette knife, although with the brush we're making some strokes with it. Okay, so if you're already contented with your yellow, okay, let us now make those shade of orange this time. Okay, so you could also use another brush, a bigger brush if you like. Okay, and then try to load this orange this time. Okay, so it's yellow and then some shade of orange. Okay, and let them go over the other. Okay, don't worry about the blending. It will automatically blend with the yellow, but try as much as possible to go over the other colors or the vacant colors there, the blue, and leave some yellow in the open. Okay. Okay, so just play along with your orange and your yellow. Just make sure that you're leaving some yellow there as well. You can also overlap the orange over the yellow, that's fine. Okay, but at least leave some yellow also, pure yellow. Okay. Shimmer yellow and orange. Okay, so anything goes. Okay, where you put your colors, that's okay. Do not be afraid to put those colors. Okay, we're doing a painting and we're not doing some photography. Okay, so there are now no exact colors for the fall. Okay, so if I'm okay with my orange already, I can also add a little bit of my red. Okay, and try to put some shades of red as well. Okay, anywhere you like. Okay, put some red there. Okay, shades of red and yellow and orange. Okay, just let it blend also. Okay, so aside from the yellow and orange, okay, it's already looking like some serious fall theme there. Okay, you can also, of course, don't forget also to use some green also. There are still some green, okay, green leaves even during the autumn. Okay, so get those green there. Okay, you can overlap those yellow and orange there to have your shade of green. There. Okay, so you have your shades of green and your yellow and orange and red. There. Okay, so okay, you can also dry your painting first. Okay, so if you would like to add another color, you just have to make sure that it's very dry, okay? And then, especially with a lighter color, okay, you can start putting over it again, okay? There. Okay? More yellow, okay? Let it dry, and then add your colors, okay? Now, some parts are already covered with the leaves there, okay? You can also make some detailed leaves, okay? Just to make it more interesting. Make smaller versions of those dots, okay, or leaves. There, okay. And you can also go back to our stairs there and add more details on it. Okay, scatter more leaves on the ground. Okay, remember that this is the forest floor. Okay, so red, yellow, orange. Okay, there. So let's try to cover this part of the tree. Yeah, so there's lots of leaves covering this tree already. Okay, so going back to the rocks here. Okay, so we had a dark brown or black a while ago. Okay, all you have to do is make another shade of the brown, but lighter in color. Okay, and then on this side, okay, just make some shade. Okay, just make some shade here and this side here. Okay, and when that's dried up, make another shade. Make another shade of brown and then put another shade of color there. Okay, so now you have your rock. Okay, so there's your rock. If you would like to make a shadow, okay, so this is yellow. Okay, so let's try to do some brown here, and this side should be darker. Okay, so that's your shadow of your rock. Okay, so that's how you make your rocks. Okay, textured rocks. Okay, let's try. We still have 5 minutes. Let's add more texture of our trees here. Okay, so there's our fall. Okay, this is falling in love. Okay, so in less than 1 hour, we are able to do a painting of autumn. Okay, fall in love. Okay, so you can continue painting on it. Okay, make some details, or you might want to put somebody or yourself selfie painting. You could also put yourself walking there. Okay, maybe alone or with somebody. Okay, fall in love is our theme, so you can put anything there. Okay, so that, ladies and gentlemen, is our session 18. Okay, before anything else, I'd like to greet a special friend of mine, ayaw pabanggit. She doesn't want to be mentioned, but I'd like to thank you for supporting our workshop, and I know that God will continue to bless you as you share your resources to our workshop. It's a big help for our workshop. Okay, and of course, already helping you, our friends there, to develop a skill and go into painting, because painting is very easy as long as you're having fun, you have the interest and the passion for painting. It's going to be very easy. So I hope I could be with you again next week. I promised also a friend that we are going to have a painting of raindrops, okay, through the rain, through the window. Okay, this is a sample. Okay, this is a painting. We call it bokeh, okay, bokeh painting with raindrops. Okay, this was introduced to me by my good friend Karen Flores. Siya po ang nag-introduce sa akin ng ganitong painting, and it's very exciting. It's full of fun, and I did a few, and I would like to teach them to you. So session 19 will be a bokeh keme in acrylic. Okay, so this is easy to do, I promise, in less than 1 hour again. So thank you very much. I hope to be with you next week. The video will be uploaded on YouTube in a little while, session 18. So with that, I'd like to thank every one of you for having joined me in our session 18. Mabuhay po kayong lahat, and a blessed Sunday to everyone. Bye-bye.